Hello everybody, my name is Marco Abaunza Camacho. I am an English teacher from the Rafael Uribe Uribe School in the Tunjuelito, Bogota. Today I'm going to invite you to share and to work in this very interesting activity that is a recipe. I'm going to develop with you this one in the kitchen. So, teacher in the kitchen 2. I am using the learning at home strategy, estrategia aprender en casa. So, first, what is the first? It's very important we are going to do. Wash our hands in order to don't permit the COVID comes to our home. Yeah, so we are going to use water in your house and we are going to use any product that you have in your houses. So, whatever soap. And you are going to start to wash your hands very, very, very deep. So, remember, we are going to use, do you remember the name of the fingers? Little finger, yes. Ring finger, middle finger, index finger, and thumb finger. Of course, we are going to wash between our fingers, our nails, yes, the race too. And when you consider you are ready, we are going to wash our hand with plenty water, yes, in order to be ready, very clean for start our recipe. In this activity, we are going to focus in two special themes. One of them is conditionals and the other is connectors. Yeah? Connector for preparing the recipe and conditionals we are going to focus deeper today because it's a very, very important topic. Verbs that we are going to use. Yeah? Let me show you to you. Wash, cut, fry, put, mix, add, cook, wait, cover, try, taste, drink, enjoy, and hope. This is the verb we are going to use today in the activity, okay? If you have any doubt about this one, please check the meaning in your house. Well, about the connectors, we have first, second, third, that are connector of order, you know? And finally, two. Now we have them, before, after, if we are going to use for a time. So, with, without, and, at, but, connector of opposition, although, however, in order to, and finally. The ingredients we are going to use are rice, oil, pepper, carrot, some mushrooms, beans, paprika, water, garlic, tomato, onion. We have two kinds, onion or this one that is scallion. Okay, chicken, potatoes, and milk cream. Okay, so we are ready for a start. Okay, steps. In a pan or skillet, we are going to put some little of oil. Okay, and we are going to add the onion. The garlic. and some of paprika. Okay, I have forgotten tell you that of course we are going to use salt. Yeah, so we are going to put a little salt. Okay, and please mix. Permit it fry. Fry the onion, the paprika, and the garlic for a while. Now we have the rice. The carrot and the beans. Yes, and we are going to add water. Depend of the we are going to mix. When the rice you consider is ready, we are going to move in that place, and now we are going to focus in the kitchen. So please put a little oil, and now we are going to use onion cut in rings. Okay, you are going to fry it, and we are going to addition the paprika. If you have more and if you like, please put the garlic. And please don't forget to use a little salt. Move, fry it. Why we are going to do that? Because we are going to put our chicken. Don't forget to cover it up the rice. We are going to put some slice of pieces of chicken. In this special pan, we are going to use a little that's all. With that count, we are going to fry our potatoes previously washed and cover it up. Why we use this kind of pan? The pan, because it permits that the potatoes are very soft into them and very crush outside. Okay? Well, was necessary to move the chicken to another skillet. We are going to put a little bit of thyme and some leaf. Yes. This is bay leaf. Cover it up. The rice is ready. We are going to move. And here we are going to work with a little, we are going to use the mushrooms. Wash the mushrooms and put it here to fry a little bit. Okay. Please don't forget to move the gold potatoes. While you wait for it's ready the lunch, you can drink a coffee. Remember, I love coffee. Colombian coffee is the most delicious and softer around the world. So, enjoy coffee in your house. Now, finally, we are going to add the mushroom to the chicken. Yes. And put the milk cream. This is the potatoes and the rice. Well, about the connectors I have mentioned before, I'm going to clarify some aspects. So, the first, what are connectors? Connectors are words that join sentences. Yes? Example, we have sentence A or idea A, and we have idea B or phrasal B. And we need to connect the two sentences. So for that reason, we use connectors. Example, you say, I like coffee. This is the sentence A. Okay? And what is the sentence B? You say, I drink many cups a day. So this is the sentence B. I like coffee. I drink many cups a day. So we are going to use connectors. Example, you know the connector but. That means pero. Suppose that you say, me gusta el café, pero bebo muchas tazas al día? Of course not. Yeah? In that case, we don't use the connector opposition, but the connection of consequence. We can say, I like coffee, so I drink many cups a day. That means, me gusta el café, por eso, entonces, yo bebo muchas tazas al día. Okay? This is the function of the connectors. And you can say to sentence A is a sunny day. It is a sunny day. This is the sentence A. Okay? And of course, it's a sunny day. You say, ah, nice to go out. Yes? But we can't because the COVID, we can go on the street. You say, I can't, negative, go to the street. Yes? So in that case, we can use a connector of opposite. But in that case, yeah? Because you say in Spanish, okay, you say, it is a sunny day, but I can't go out if you want, or go to the street. That means, está haciendo un día soleado, pero no puedo salir a la calle because of the COVID. Okay? So, in that case, we have a lot of connectors. Yes, that means first, second, third, what that we use in the receipt, in the teacher in the kitchen one. When you say primero, segundo, tercero, we organize the, we wash the potatoes, then we fry the potatoes, okay? Before starting the recipe, we wash our hands, okay? After prepare the lunch, you serve it for the family. With, con, without, sin, and, at are connector of addition. Although is another connector of opposition. Aunque, sin embargo, in spite of. In order to is very interesting that connector. That means con el fin de. And finally we have finished the explanation about connectors. Okay, are grammar structures that we use to organize or make agreements, llegar a acuerdos. Yeah, and of course contains two parts. A condition, comma, a result. Condition, comma, result. And it's very important that in conditions we use the word if. If means in Spanish sí. Sí. Tal cosa, so. Entonces, tal resultado. This is conditionals. And we have three kinds of conditional, or four if you count the conditional zero. What is the conditional zero? The conditional zero has present and present. Example, we say, if it's raining, si está lloviendo, simple present. You say, the street is wet. Si está lloviendo, coma, the result, la calle está mojada. Of course, it's normal. This is simple present, the result, simple present. This is the conditional zero. Okay? Now we are going to focus in conditional one. The conditional one is simple present, but the result is with future. You remember in future we use the auxiliary will, or if it's negative, won't. Okay? So we can say, if it's raining, that means si está lloviendo, I will take my umbrella. Yes? Si está lloviendo, llevaré sombrilla. To future. Yes, this is the first one. I have one example that I prepared last class, if you remember. It was, you remember? If you want to prepare another dish, you will make a dessert. Simple present, coma, result. Si tú quieres preparar otro plato, tú harás un postre, a salad, whatever you want. Don't forget to drink water, drink coffee, whatever you want, in order to have very healthy your respiratory system with the COVID. Okay, now analyze the conditional number 2. Conditional number 2 or second conditional is simple past is the condition and the result modal verb. Do you remember modal verb? Can, could, must, should, would. Yeah, this is modal verbs. So in conditional, second is a supposition. It's not real. It's a supposition. Example, you say, if I were past, if I were the Colombian president, yes, si yo fuera el presidente de Colombia, coma, this is real? Of course not. It's a supposition. For that reason is second conditional. Si is a supposition. If I were the Colombian president, si yo fuera el presidente de Colombia. If you were the Colombian president, what you can do, what you should do. Example, if I were the Colombian president, I, comma, the result, I should, debería, invest more in education. Si yo fuera el presidente de Colombia, condition, coma, the result, yo debería invertir más en educación. This is the second. I have prepared in the Teacher in the Kitchen 2 this one, second conditional. Do you remember? If you here, the verb here is in affirmative, here is in negative. If you didn't have these ingredients, comma, you could prepare fish, a hot dog, etc. You remember this example? Si tú no tuvieras estos ingredientes, is a supposition, comma, you could, modal verb, prepare fish, a hot dog, etc. Si tú no tuvieras estos ingredientes, coma, tú podrías preparar pescado, carne, una ensalada, un postre, whatever you want. Yes? This is second conditional. Third conditional. The third conditional, of course, have two parts, condition and result. The condition is past perfect. You remember? Subject, have, or had, and the verb in past participle. And the result is modal perfect. Have a check, one example. You say, if I had studied, if I have studied, comma, I, modal, could pass the exam. Si yo hubiera estudiado, yo podría, excuse me, because it's perfect, have passed. Podría haber pasado el examen. ¿Pasó el examen? ¿Estudió? For that reason, this is a completely unreal condition. Es cuando ya no se puede hacer nada. Cuando uno se pone a pensar, si hubiera comprado, si lo hubiera hecho, o si yo no hubiera hecho algo, podría haber sucedido tal cosa, pero no sucedió y tampoco se dio esto. Example, according to the situation with the COVID, you say, if the COVID, if the COVID-19 hadn't negative exist as participle, comma, the result we would or should, whatever you want, modal, have studied at school. Yeah, and it's real. If the COVID hadn't exist, comma, should have studied at school. Si el COVID no hubiera existido, nosotros habríamos estudiado en el colegio. Nosotros deberíamos haber estudiado this lesson, esta clase, at school, en el colegio. Okay? Well, this is the final result. Okay? I hope you have enjoyed this class, and maybe we are going to see you in a next opportunity. Thank you for your attention. Bye-bye.